I have an hour to write the script because these videos take so long to make and only come out as... I'm not even going to spend time on the joke. Recently I found out Silent Hill 2 is getting a remake. I say with quotes because from the trailer, it looks like a remake in the same regards as the Shadow of the Colossus remake. It's a super remastered edition with some extra stuff that was never in the original game. Not that I know what is or isn't going to be in there, I'm just guessing. I'm not going to spoil the plot of Silent Hill 2, the original, especially because I think this game is going to be exactly that, but I'm going to vaguely talk about it. I'm going to talk about the kind of game and story it was because it's kind of the issue. I never played the original Silent Hill games, but I think that people would agree the selling points of these games in today's market would be cool story and psychological horror. This leads me to Blooper Team. Blooper Team has a track record of making games specialized in those two things. I've never played a single game of theirs, I've only watched YouTubers play them. That being said, Blooper Team has earned my 7 out of 10 respect. They make games that don't exceed my expectations, but don't disappoint. That sounds like a low standard, but they do this in the context of the impossible. Here's an example, the Blair Witch game. Again, I didn't pay for it, but just looking at the game from the perspective of the Blair Witch as a video game, I'm honestly impressed. According to Wikipedia, Lionsgate came to them and said, "Hey, somewhat indie developers, do you want to make a game based on one of the most famous movies that was loved for its ambiguity and uniqueness that inspired a whole subgenre of horror?" I don't want to antagonize Lionsgate, but they handed Blooper Team an impossible challenge in my opinion. If you gave me infinite money, the only limitation is my creativity, I might be able to make a better game than Blooper Team. But I sure as shit couldn't make a game that could live up to the Blair Witch project. I just overhyped the Blair Witch game and the movie, which is sad because both of these are best enjoyed with you going in with no expectations. That's actually the point of this video. SH2's remake, remastered, whatever we call this, is not going to make anyone feel Silent Hill 2 all over again. When it doesn't, I don't know what will happen. I'm kind of scared for Blooper Team. Their stuff has always been sort of unique, a 7 out of 10 experience, but it's kind of in a world where every game has to either be the second coming of Christ, or it's worse than the Nazis! I think the people who will like this game the most will be people playing Silent Hill 2 for the first time, and everyone else will complain that it either was or wasn't Silent Hill 2 all over again. That's basically everything I have to say. Don't get mad at Blooper Team when this doesn't be Silent Hill 2 2.0. If not for Blooper Team taking on its stereotypical role as David against Goliath in my view, don't get mad for Silent Hill itself. Konami has been against making more Silent Hill games because they were convinced the games had developed a bad reputation, which debatably speaking they had. And they wanted to hold off on producing more Silent Hill games. That's why PT got cancelled. The short version of why, anyhow. If you want them to come back and start trying to make new games, even if you don't want remakes, simply say, "I didn't want this, I wanted new games," without going apeshit, please. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, ladies and gentlemen, and yes, I'm trying to find a gender-neutral version of ladies and gentlemen, but I haven't found any. I could just say, "Goodbye, everybody," but that would make me even more of a generic YouTuber.